Ladies and gentlemen and ladies and gents, there's just too much information that I want to give, but I can't because it will take too much time. And with all the distractions, it would take too much time to present the information. So let's start off with the credits. Let's give people an understanding of what credits are all about. There's a movie that I just watched. Never heard of the movie, never saw any advertisement because I don't watch commercials and I don't watch TV like people do. But it's called, of all things, The Jones Plantation. That's right, The Jones Plantation. Y'all know I don't promote too many movies here. I ain't got time. I ain't got time to be watching nobody's stupid movie of people acting. Nah, I ain't got time. But this one, The Jones Plantation, the best, greatest movie I've ever seen. Ever. And I am not joking when I say that. This movie should have been made before The Matrix. The Matrix would have made a whole lot more sense to everybody. Everybody would have gotten The Matrix, every single aspect of The Matrix, they would have gotten it. But no, 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 no. Not only should it have been made before The Matrix in 1984, but this movie should have been made before World War I, World War II. This movie should have been made before the United States became a nation. Should have been made before Moses decided to cross the Red Sea. This movie should have been made before the flood. This movie should have been made before Adam and Eve were even created. I am not joking. You won't understand it until you watch it, and you will have to watch at least 15 minutes, the first 15 minutes. If you do not watch at least the first 15 minutes, you will not understand this movie. But once you watch the first 15 minutes, I guarantee you, you will not sit up there and turn it off saying, I ain't watching no more. It's called The Jones Plantation. Don't believe me? Go watch it and then tell me. Don't watch the reviews. The reviews don't even give half of it. Now, hold on now. All of the reviews have all been positive. And every reaction of every person that I've told, go and watch The Jones Plantation, has all been the same. I've had at least 8 people tell me it was the best thing they've ever seen. I've had at least one person tell me it was the best movie they've seen all year. But every single other person has said, that's exactly what's going on. Man, this movie was great. I couldn't stop laughing. It's not really a comedy, ladies and gentlemen. The laughing is cynical. The laughing is, oh God, that's exactly what's going on. And they put that in the movie. That's what the laughter is for. So, The Jones Plantation. Getting back to reality. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2021, I told everybody I was going to start explaining credits. And you notice I've been talking about credits, and hold on, over 2 years. Well, actually, I've been talking about credits since 1994, but nobody's getting it. So let's break it down. Let's say you have a lot of bills, and that's all you're worried about, paying bills. Then you got to watch The Jones Plantation so that you'll get a better understanding of what money is and what money is not. Literally, they did the movie, and the way they explain this stuff in the movie is not explaining anything. No, 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 no. The movie is providing you with an actual movie that while you're watching it, you understand everything. It's hard to explain. You have to watch it in order to get what I'm saying. Here's the first thing. Again, you have a lot of bills. A lot of bills. What do? Well, you tackle the first ones first. So I'm going to show you something. Those of you who have a lot of bills. You're going to have to do some studying. But hold on, I'm going to show you something, okay? I got to pause y'all for just a second. Okay, you're going to go here. This is a YouTube channel, CHOYC, CHOYC, CHOYC. This is a gentleman who calls himself Chris Unseen. Chris is an all right guy. No, Chris, I've known Chris for a little bit. Chris is okay. Chris, he took the time, seeing what people were going through, And he see that I was trying to help y'all's. And so Chris said, hey, I got this thing that I do. It's got me doing pretty good. Got me doing better than pretty good. As a matter of fact, I'm doing 6 figures easy, the high 6 figures. So, hey, I'm going to send this to you, and then you go ahead and test it out, and then you can go ahead and distribute it to everybody else. Chris Unseen, ladies and gentlemen, CHOYC, CHOYCE. This is Chris. Chris only has a few videos, and he's only done this not because he wanted to, but because I suggested it to him. And he'll be putting out more, but his videos are crisp and clean. You want to watch this one first, the one that says expose passive income. However, before you do that, I'm going to show you this one right here. It's only 1 minute. You ready? No. Hold on. Prepare yourselves.
A truck driver. Watch the video. Traded on the free MetaTrader 4 account. He traded for 2 hours. Look at the timestamps. No courses, no classes, just a free video. Every number you see in blue is profit. He profited the whole time. LITTY. Boy's lit. I preach getting out of trades when it's in profit. He asked why I didn't get out. Higher lows, and the higher lows are trending up. Every time it dipped down, I circled the bottom. Each circle is higher than the previous circle. Higher lows. You see the candlesticks getting smaller because that's when the market closed, there was no more volume. The point I made was when the market opens back up, it's going to continue to trend up. If I get out now, I'm going to miss all the money tomorrow. The moment I see this vertical start to go horizontal, I'm closing that order and taking my money with me. This is for a buy position. If I'm in a sell position, I'm going to do the opposite. In a sell position, I'm looking for these candlesticks to trend down, lower lows. It's a money roller coaster. You can make money on it going down and make money on it going up. It's your choice. A truck driver.
Okay, Chris, that's enough of your choice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, did you understand what he was saying? No, you didn't, because many of you don't know what he's doing. What Chris is doing, hold on, let me explain to you. What Chris is doing, he's showing you how you don't have to get with nobody's program. You don't have to do what somebody else is telling you to do. You can do this on your own. He teaches you how to literally use the market to make money every single day. Literally. And I promise you, sounds too good to be true. So we've been testing the system for the last 2.5 weeks. And he's 100% right. And if you watch the first video, you'll see how he says he doesn't know how come everybody doesn't know this. It's so simple. So if you watch these 4 videos, I promise you, you'll get it. Those of you who want to make money on the side, because you can do this all night long. You can do this during the night. You can do it during the day. You don't need anything but your cell phone. Now, hold on. This ain't one of them gimmicks. The money goes into your bank account, doesn't get held up by nobody. Nobody controls where your money is sitting. Not like no cryptocurrency where your money's sitting in somebody's wallet, not your wallet, not your crypto. That piece of bull, excuse me. Anyway, that ain't the same thing here. CHOYC, YouTube channel, CHOYC, CHOYC. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Unseen. Go and watch it. Now, hold on. We're going to be doing training for free. For free. Wait a minute. Why are you doing training for free? What you getting out of it? I'm not getting nothing out of it. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I don't do this to piggy off your back. I don't need you to survive. I have a God that I serve. He does me all right. I'm not joking. I don't have no bills. I don't have no water bill, no light bill, no gas bill. My cell phone bill is $20 a month. Unlimited internet, which I'm using now. Oh, I'm sorry. I do have Starlink. That's $120 a month. Sorry, that's my bill. That's it. I don't have any bills. So I don't need you to survive. I don't need your money to survive. Oh, you need money? Don't worry about what I need. My needs are not your needs. So focus on you. This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. If you want something, then Chris is trying to show you how to get it. And he ain't asking you for no money. He says the only thing you have to pay is attention. Chris did that. Very first video he did. You'll see that there is some comedic aspects to Mr. Chris, and you'll see that, yeah, I created a monster. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's Chris Unseen at the CHOYC YouTube channel. I'd go take a look if I were you. Now let's get back to the credits, ladies and gentlemen, because they do kind of go hand in hand. Because you're going to have to do some paperwork. You're going to have an understanding. So the first thing you need to understand is not since 1933. 1933 was just one pivotal point. It hasn't been since 1933. It has been since the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. There's no money. There was no money last week. There's no money next week. There's no money tomorrow. There's no money next year. There's no money. The Constitution article says that no state may coin as money. Pay attention. As money, nothing but gold and silver. It didn't say gold and silver was money. It says they can't coin anything as money. So money has always been a figment. Money has never been a reality. Let me prove it to you. You don't mind? I don't mind. Ladies and gentlemen, they used to use seashells as money. They used to use sticks as money. Well, hold on. Some even use rocks as money. Ladies and gentlemen, just so that you know, during the time of the Medes and the Persians, I find this hilarious. Silver was nothing. They didn't value silver. They valued gold, but silver, they didn't care. Silver was thrown into the street as if it was to be trampled upon. Now, if you don't believe me, go and look at all of you who have copper, those pennies. That junk ain't got no value. So to give you everything in a nutshell, money is a medium of exchange. Houses can be money. Cars can be money. Boats can be money. Anything of value that is used to exchange for something else of value is considered money. That's what money is. Money is a medium of exchange. Some of you are getting it very wrong because you're misunderstanding. Okay? Money is not dollar bills. Money, oh God, money has always been digital. Money has never ever been tangible. Money is a medium of exchange. Money is an idea, a concept, what people have in their mind. If people think that a piece of paper is money and they use it to exchange it for other pieces of paper, then that is money. That's why the government can create stocks and bonds. Stocks and bonds are nothing but pieces of paper that they say, I'm using this to back this with. You guys need to understand what money is before you can go about understanding money. Trust me, watch the Jones Plantation. In less than 10 minutes, there is a section of that particular movie. In less than 10 minutes, it gives you an understanding of money. And they literally, the way they do it, I couldn't do it better. I promise you, once you see that analogy, you'll understand money. Because that's exactly what I've always understood since the time I was a child. Even right now, as I tell that story of tearing that $100 bill in half at the age of 17 and throwing it in the air in the middle of the quad at school during our nutrition break, which other people call recess. Ladies and gentlemen, watching all the little rodents go and chase after it, because I understood the value of money. So, those of you who are having problems with money, let me help you better understand money. Money is credit. What is credit? Credit is digital. What do you mean? Credit is cryptocurrency. Really? What else is it? Well, credit is the way our society operates. Everything is credit. Go ahead. When you deposit money into the bank, do they not tell you they're crediting your account? No, don't just listen to what I just said. Go back. When you deposit money into the bank or when you pay a phone bill, do they not tell you they are crediting your account? The United States has been on a credit system since its inception. Nobody can walk around with gold in their pocket because gold has never been money. It says they cannot coin anything but gold and silver as money. So in 1933, what did Congress do? They redefined what gold was because gold was never money. It says they cannot coin anything as money. So coins are not even money. Okay, money was always abstract. It was always a figment. It was never the reality. I know many of you guys simply are not going to get this even now. Why? Why aren't you still going to get this? Because you have been indoctrinated. Some of you 25 years, some of you 15 years of going to school, going to higher so-called wannabe education, of your parents teaching you how to add coins, telling you that those coins were money, giving you a piggy bank. Remember, the piggy bank thing started in the 1930s. Right after 1933, the bank started giving families piggy banks. Why? Because that was to indoctrinate you into this new system of confusion. You don't believe me? Go back and do your history. So until you understand what money is, you're going to be lost. Back to the credits, ladies and gentlemen. Let's say I got a mortgage from JP Mortgage. So Chase Manhattan gave me a mortgage. All right. Now the law says if I give them my promissory note and we go to closing and I sign all them papers, that's the end of the deal. Why? Because I've tendered payment. Just got to go look at 12 USC 412. It's actually Federal Reserve Act Section 16, paragraph number 2. It says when I tendered the promissory note and they added the application at closing, I've done my part. I don't owe anything else. Hold on now. Be quiet. Now, the Federal Reserve agent, the financial institution, well, they're supposed to take that promissory note and they're supposed to take that to the Federal Reserve Board of Governors. Now, how do they take it to them? Well, in the past, they used to have to literally walk over and deliver it. So they take a bunch of stacks of them promissory notes and they go and tug those things along. Then they started using armored trucks because it was just be so many. Well, now they just do it on a computer. And they give it to the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Reserve gives them promissory notes. Now, that's the law. Don't be sitting up there asking them, prove this, prove that. No, don't ask them to prove nothing. This is how you get around that, y'all. We gonna presume and assume. Yeah, presumption of law. We gonna presume and assume that they followed the law. We ain't gotta prove it. We just gotta say, hey, that was their duty. Once I gave it to them, they were supposed to do this, they were supposed to do that. Whether they did it or not is not my problem. I did what I was supposed to do. I can't be worried about Tom. I ain't my brother's keeper. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, now that we can presume that the bank received the monies, we got to go back and read the statute. Section 16 of the Federal Reserve Act, go read it. Just type in Google, Section 16, Federal Reserve Act, paragraph 4. It says that the bank, Federal Reserve Bank, local agent, receives Federal Reserve notes on behalf of you, the borrower. Uh-oh. They receive Federal Reserve notes on my behalf? Well, where are my Federal Reserve notes? Again, you're not understanding anything. Let it go. You ain't worried about no Federal Reserve notes right now. This is what you worried about. Pay attention. What you worried about is the fact that they received that on your behalf. So you received, if you got a loan for $200,000, $200,000 in credits. What do you mean? Because you never got it. The bank got it on your behalf and they received it from the Federal Reserve, and they didn't receive actual Federal Reserve notes. Still, they typed it into the account. So you received $200,000 worth of credits through the Federal Reserve. What did the Federal Reserve do with it? We don't care. What do you mean you don't care? Well, because they received it on your behalf. You gave them permission. You signed the papers at closing. So shut up. It's your fault that you didn't read those papers and you just signed them. So shut it up. Talking about, I am worried about what happened to them notes. You better let them notes go. Now back to the ranch. Ladies and gentlemen, all you're doing right now is recognizing that you just need to document the fact that you received it. That's it. And you're going to credit their account. It's real simple. There's a form. It's called the K1 form. And you credit their account. Real simple. And by crediting their account, guess what? You've done what you're supposed to do. But wait a minute, hold on. You're doing it as a business. And because that was done, because it's banking business, the easiest way for you to understand, you're conducting banking business, which makes you a bank. All right. You've given them their credits. Yay! I did my job. No, you should have did that at the very beginning. All right, anyway, there's a problem. If you've given the bank $200,000 worth of credit and you did it as a business, well, what you don't realize, that's called a business expense. What? That's an expense? Yeah, because if you give them the credit, they receive that money on your behalf. That's called a capital gain. That means you're responsible for paying the taxes on that capital gain. Shh, don't tell nobody. You ain't got no money in your pocket to be paying no taxes. We just talked about that. So what do? Oh, it's real simple. You now write off the $200,000 as a business expense. Say what? Yeah, that's the cost of doing business. That's an expense. You gave them the $200,000 worth of credits, not tax credits. Pay attention. This is business credits. Whoa, business credits. What's that? You got to go look it up. There's a whole section in the IRS code for business credits. And that's a business credit that you just gave them. Say what? That's right. Got to understand what's going on. It's always been about credit. Anyway, now you gave them the credit and you wrote off the other 200. Ooh, doggy. Hold on now. You can't stop there because you got to understand taxes, how the monetary system works. Now remember, the bank, we're going to leave that other form alone. We're leaving that form, the K1, we're leaving that form alone. Okay, now we're moving to something else. So now, separate subject. Do not mix these two together. This ain't the way it works. Separate subject. We're changing subjects now. We're going to something else. Now, the bank received $200,000 on my behalf from the Federal Reserve because Federal Reserve Act, Section 16, paragraph number 4. But you know what the bank didn't do? They never gave me the money. But I ain't worried about that because you told me not to worry about that. That's right. Don't you dare worry about that. Okay. So what's up? Well, the bank's now saying you still owe money. Yeah, they saying I owe them a lot of money. They saying almost half the amount because I done been paying on it for years. Well, now you get to take the amount that you paid because you didn't owe it. Remember, you did not owe it because they received the money. Federal Reserve Act, Section 16, paragraph number 4. So they received the monies. You didn't receive anything. And they're now saying you still owe money. And you've been arguing with them trying to say, no, I don't owe you a dime. What are you arguing for? Write them a letter saying, look here, Federal Reserve, y'all saying I owe y'all. Well, according to this Federal Reserve Act, Section 16, paragraph number 4, y'all got paid. And you never applied it to my account. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to forgive you for the monetary portion of the debt you now owe me. Because if you got paid and you're claiming I owe a debt, I want you to do the math for me, Mr. Banker. You got paid, which makes us even. That puts me at 0. But now you're claiming I owe you $180,000. And then I know I done already paid you $50,000. So 180 plus 50, because I got to add it up because we in the positives now. Your negative, my positive. And so $180 plus $150 gives me $230,000 that you owe me. So here's a Schedule C, or not Schedule C, a 1099-C. I'm going to forgive you for the monetary portion of this debt, $230,000. All right? Peace out, G. And then you come back and you take that other paper, that one that we forgot about, and you bring that K1 over to that 1099-C, and you add up the net operating losses, the business expenses, $200,000 with the $230,000, and that's your total amount of tax credits. Two separate events, two separate issues. And look at that. You've just increased your amount of credits. Hold on, we ain't finished yet. 400, pay attention, and $30,000. $430,000 you didn't have when we first started this video because you didn't even know about it. Now, wait a minute, we ain't finished that and told you. Now you have $430,000. Remember, this is a business expense. And you and your sole proprietorship, y'all partners. Y'all partners. So because you and your sole proprietorship have a partner, go ahead, look at the IRS form. It shows you have a partnership with you and your sole proprietorship because it's not the same person. Your sole proprietorship is not you. It just means you control it. Well, now you're going to take the sole proprietorship and you're going to give yourself that credit of $430,000. Business credits. Ooh, wait. Now you got to go do some research. Okay? Like I said, you ain't as poor as you think you is. All of you who owe child support, Lord have mercy, if only you knew what you can do with child support. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a child support program. And we are now actively taking care of our people's credit. We're literally doing this right now as we speak. So, there are two things that I need to let you know. Chris Unseen, Mr. CHOYC, CHOYC, I would take a look at his videos. I would also go watch the Jones Plantation. Seriously. Now, you guys know I don't promote people's channels, but I'll be promoting Chris. Why? Chris has proven himself, with me, trustworthy. Here's the thing. Chris is not trying to get anything out of me. I volunteered to help Chris. We had a consult. We finished that. And he's still got some other issues that he needs to get taken care of. So I told him, no problem. I'll take care of that. So Chris produced a video for me so that I can give it to you guys. Because Chris, yeah, he's a nice guy. I just told him my people will not overburden him. They'll not be asking him all kind of stupid questions. Ooh-wee. There have been some people who've been watching his videos and been asking all kind of stupid questions. But I ain't saying nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, treat the man with respect. Don't overwhelm him. All right? Because he's doing this for free as a favor to y'all. All right. That's the second thing. The third thing, ladies and gentlemen, the programs that we've started, you haven't seen me advertising for them because literally I've been trying to get everything done, get all the paperwork done in the background. Our individuals who have the Fourth Amendment program where we're doing the collateral for the vehicles. Ladies and gentlemen, that process takes at least 3 months once the payment is made. It takes 3 days for us to receive the payment in full into the account. We pay in advance. We go ahead and we already pay for it, even though we haven't received it in our account. And then it takes the company who provides the collateral instrument 2 weeks to 5 weeks. Mine, the last one I got for myself, I have 3 of them. I have 3 bonds, $75,000. The last one I got for myself, people, took 5 weeks to get to me. Sorry, it depends on how big that company, how busy that company is. We don't control that company. But because I have 3 different, I have on this property 1, 2, 3, 4 different vehicles. I have $75,000 worth of collateral on 3 of them. ladies and gentlemen, that $75,000 works for me because let's say the popos come and they want to try to cause me problems. No problem, popo, because that's bail. You follow me? Because I now have collateral I can post as bail. Bail is putting up surety, people. Bail is not putting up money. I don't know where everybody got this idea that they have to put money to post bail. It's not money. It's surety. Collateral is what you put up to post bail. Shh, don't tell nobody. So for those of you who think that Mr. Eon hasn't been out here trying to help people and he hasn't been helping anybody, and oh God, that people can say anything negative about me, ladies and gentlemen, with this video, if you go back and you listen to how to take care of your debts, how to write your junk off, you will see that this is the reason why it's over $1 trillion that people have written off in the last 10 years, at least. But in the last 13 years since I started this process, over $1 trillion written off. And if y'all pay attention, well, I'm about to write off, pay attention, I'm about to write off another $5 trillion. And I'm going to gift, we ain't even talked about gifting back to the United States. But that, look, I told you it's too much information. Wait, hold on. Let me see how much time we've been talking, because that's what y'all need to understand. Look at what I just talked about. Look at how long it took to talk about this, and I haven't even gone into any detail. It's too much information, ladies and gentlemen, and I'd be sitting up here spending all my time talking, and I wouldn't be able to take care of the people whom are ahead of everybody. It's just too much time. And then I have the consults, and then I have people thinking that the consult is for me to explain everything to them. That's not what a consult is. I don't do classes, people. We don't do seminars. A consult is not a mini seminar. A consult is where you come and you tell whomever you're consulting with, hey, I got this problem. And they tell you, okay, based upon what I know, my expertise, this is what I suggest you try. This is what I suggest you do. Everybody has the wrong idea of a consult because you have these idiots, and I will say idiots, who claim that they do consults, and they basically supply people with documents and papers and all of that stuff and tell them, okay, go file this. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't going to just tell you to go file something. I'm going to explain to you why you're filing it. I don't do documents for people, but I'll tell you what you need to do. The same as an attorney would tell you, no, you need to do this, and you're supposed to do this, and this is the process, and this is the procedure. That's my job. That's what the consults are for. But I'm going to tell you what an attorney ain't going to tell you, what an attorney is prohibited from telling you, because an attorney is an officer of the court. Even when he's doing a consult with you, he's still an officer of the court. I am nobody's officer. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I got to go. I took a sleeping pill, so I went to sleep at 6 o'clock. And it's 1 o'clock now. I went to sleep at 6, got up at 11:30. And I'm about to go back to sleep because I got to get up at 5. So I got 4 more hours I'm going to try to get. But until then, I got to let y'all go. Okay? This is what I do when I wake up in the middle of the night. I keep thinking about you people. Y'all getting on my last mother nerve. Okay? Have a good day. Gotta go.